The regime insiders and those engaged in illicit activities, they'll be trying to cling to power.
Ay, no. Mira eso.
Trump has justified the buildup and now the removal of Nicolas Maduro for a number of reasons. Anti-narcotics, foreign influence in the hemisphere, and then simply the lack of legitimacy of the Nicolas Maduro government. Some of those are more true than the others. The narcotics allegations are really quite a stretch. The blowing up of the drug boats, 35 or so drug boats, has occurred since September 2nd, and now this attack is definitely in violation, frankly, of international law. What he really seeks is unclear. I think at the very least, he needed at a certain point in this escalation, when it failed to provoke any sort of regime change that I think he was hoping for those 6 months that this buildup occurred. It didn't occur, so now he's stuck with having to do something. I think, quite frankly, he'll try to patch this up and move on. It's not in Donald Trump's interest politically, and I think even personally, to be left holding the bag on a prolonged regime transition in Venezuela. I think they'll be happy that Nicolas Maduro has left. But, the idea that this took a wave of bombings that went everywhere from El Hatillo outside Caracas to Caracas's Fuerte Tiuna to La Carlota Air Force Base, this maybe revives some form of a nationalistic, patriotic response. This is what we're seeing some element of the military leadership in Venezuela call for right now to defend Venezuela's national sovereignty. I think that may touch a nerve among some Venezuelans, but I think most of them will be happy to see Nicolas Maduro leave. The question is what comes next, because yes, he's been removed from the country, but what's been left behind is a deeply corrupt administration and government that we're already seeing tensions and competition among them to succeed Nicolas Maduro and determine the future direction of any government in Venezuela. So, quite frankly, the Venezuelans' reaction to this news may depend very much on what happens in the next couple of days and certainly weeks. This is a government that's deeply infiltrated, even embedded in illicit activities, criminal networks. They will not want to part ways with their corrupt access to revenue and with their privileged position within the government. So yes, I fully expect them to try to cling to power, to try to negotiate some, if there has to be an exit, some exit that's favorable to them, but trying to avoid that exit, trying to maintain their access to ill-gotten gains, and trying to avoid, if you will, being completely closed out of government should a democratic opposition be allowed into power. So I don't know whether they'll try to hold on to power via force, but it's very much in their interest right now to negotiate some form of a transition or even stability that favors them.